Hey everybody, I wanted to make this short video to update you on the state of the ABK update and also get your opinion about what to do next. But first, I want to apologize because I know it's been a long time, probably 3 to 4 weeks, and it's been pretty quiet as far as the updates. It's been a while since I've made a devlog video here on the channel as well. So I want to take a few minutes to kind of explain what's going on, and then we can actually look at the Trello board that you can see on your screen. So when it comes to work, since a few months ago, I've gotten a lot more responsibilities at work. That's a good thing as far as work, but that does affect my dev time. So I find myself working later nowadays and sometimes in the evening, which obviously cuts down into my game dev time. As far as the personal stuff, my family commitments have also increased this past year. I used to go to, be done with my day by 9:30 to 10. I could sit down and then kind of do game dev for 2 hours until midnight. Nowadays, I find myself sitting down around 11, which gives me a lot less time, and I'm also tired. And obviously, when I do sit down, I have to prioritize support over updates. So usually I sit down and I have several messages on Discord of people DM me that they need help. So obviously, if you're a paying customer, then I need to make sure that you get the help you need. So that's also cutting into the time that I have for updates. And also there's the timing. Just historically, October, November are this past month and now November are really busy months. Combination of work. We have a release coming fairly soon, but there's also commitments as far as my family and community that are October, November, and then it kind of, after mid-November usually kind of gets a little bit better. You can actually see this happened last year if you were paying attention to the PCG updates, where I was pushing really hard and then I had this kind of time in the year, and then I ended up releasing the update early December when I actually had more time to kind of finish it up. Not trying to make excuses, but just kind of giving you an idea of what's really going on. Hopefully you understand. So now, how do we go forward, right? Because I've had this conversation a little bit on Discord, but I wanted to make a video for everybody to see. What you see in front of you is kind of what I have. It's not 100% accurate, but this is just my personal Trello where I keep track of features. If you look here on the done column, there's quite a bit that's already been done for 1.4. The improve attack code, which you can see anything in red is kind of like an epic. It's a big feature. I consider that pretty much done except for some bug fixes that I've been working on for this past several days, more like a couple of weeks really. Attack style and approach style, I've added a damage amount per attack. I've even added a range damage option, which is completely new. I've done things to improve the flee behavior, HP regeneration after disengage. I've added the ability to jump by using nav links, which is kind of the quote-unquote proper way of doing things, but also just by using traces and looking at obstacles. I've also looked at some issues where the animal kind of approaches you, but you're running away from it, so it never kind of approaches you properly and never hits that attack state. So I completely revamped the way I did that. I added support for in-place rotation and smooth movement, curve-based movement, which is something that's been asked for quite a bit. I did a lot of work to improve migration. More than half of the steps on that original migration guide have literally just been removed because I'm using a component-based system and the new input system. Obviously, replace Manny with the UEFI version. Again, these are just the little things. Improved the spawn of offstrings. Updated the obstruction code to something better. Replaced a lot of the EQS dependencies on my code and use my custom code, which gives me more flexibility. The growth component has been improved with growth stages, fixed a few bugs, made the day-night cycle data only, which is something I had in NPC Manager. Now it's coming to ABK. Improvements on other things, right? Specific tasks. So all of this is done. and it is a sizable update, even as is for, I would think, for 1.4. But you can see that I'm still have some things in the work in progress, like the path following code that I showed a while back. There's still a few extra things that I want to finish up. And obviously, things like the animal won't deal damage unless you're in a listen server. There's some use cases there that's obviously has to be fixed. IK control, using Niagara for flying and swimming animals, some warnings. So obviously all this needs to be wrapped up. But there's two things I can do, right? You can see that there's the hybrid animal behavior that I've been trying to release for literally years now. It's still there. I still haven't had a chance to finish it up. And there's other things like adding the engagement man to the population control, support PCG for food spawners, maybe improve water detection without using that edge spline. I know it was kind of annoying. So everything here was planned for 1.4, but I know it's been a very long time. So I wanted to ask you guys for your opinion. We got two options here, and I got already some opinions on Discord. Option one is you've done enough, wrap up what you have here, fix all the bugs, right? And release this as the 1.4 update. That's obviously going to be coming ASAP, right? Before the end of the year. That's my plan. Or option two is we've waited long enough, just keep working on it, finish everything here, and go ahead and work on the hybrid behavior and everything else that you had planned, and just release the update when it's ready. Realistically, that's going to be early 2025. I know that may sound like a long time, but maybe January, February. So what do you think? My original plan was to have all of this done, before, by this year. But unfortunately, based on everything that's been going on, it's just been delayed. So would you rather do option one, just release what you have, finish up the bugs, and wait for next year for hybrid animals? Or would you rather have option two, which is, just keep working on it and release it when everything that you planned is ready? So please leave your comments here on this video. What would you prefer? Or if you like to, I'm going to create a poll on Discord. So if you go to the Discord channel, I'll leave a link. There's going to be a poll on the ABK channel. You can leave your feedback there. I'll be looking at both just to get a feel for, how most of you feel, and then I'll make a decision. So yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for your patience. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to hearing from you. What would you prefer? Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you in the next video.